Welcome to the Hidden Driveway Show. I'm your host, Amu, and joining me today we have a very special guest, Melancholia Blue. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up? I'm Jay. They call me Melancholia Blue. I got a couple projects, a couple other names. Yeah, that's me.
Well, we're gonna talk about all that today and more in this interview, because that's like kind of what it's for when you really think about it.
Ye- yeah, when you think about it, dead ass.
I think we should actually do interviews where we learn like nothing about the artist like at all. I think we should start doing that.
Yeah,
Um,
I think yeah, very productive.
I think that's the method. But to get us started, is there anything that you'd like to talk about? Is there anything on your mind right now?
It's not really about music, but I woke up at like 4 a.m. today to get myself a drink from my work, and they fucked it up. It was very it was very inconvenient, but it still tasted good, so it gave me optimism for the day.
What drink was it?
It was a flat white from Starbucks. I work at Starbucks, unfortunately.
Like, are you usually getting up like that early, or is this like a special like I need this right now kind of thing?
I'm typically getting up at anywhere between 4 and 5 a.m. Yeah.
Oh man, I need to. My schedule's been so fucked recently. Like I just got done with college, so right, I don't have anything going on at the moment, like for the summer, and I've been getting up at like 9 or 10 every day. I feel like shit, so I need to work on that.
I used to be hella nocturnal. I used to be in the calls like with my friends, like my producer friends, like some people you might know, just chilling until like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And then I'd be like, fuck, I didn't sleep. I'm just gonna do a 24-hour challenge. Because that's typically what I'd be doing. If I'm up all night, I'm gonna be up all day. And then I'll go to work just off of no sleep. It's unhealthy.
I was talking to CZ on here recently, and like he just like stays up for like multiple days at a time sometimes when he's working on music. Like I don't know how he does it.
I've definitely done that before. Yeah, no, I feel sleazy, 100%.
Yeah, I think for me the worst part is that like when I stay up late, I don't want to wake up late because I don't want to miss out on the next day. So then I'll wake up at like 10 or 11 and get like 6 hours of sleep. So it's
I mean, yeah. I mean, it works. Yeah, working at like 9, 10, 11 is like, I mean, 9, 10. I feel like if you're waking up any time past 11 a.m., you just missed the entire day.
mm-hmm.
That's just pointless. You got to wake up at like perfect time, probably 7 a.m. You get your day, and then you get your entire night to yourself. That's the perfect time to wake up, 7 a.m. But I'd be doing it a little too early. I'd be OD with it.
Yeah. Sometimes it is nice though. Like one time I think I woke up at like 5 to go like there's this park near my college and I like went to watch like the sunrise there one day. I need to do that more.
Sunrise is beautiful. Always getting the sunrise. And whenever I'm like up that early, I gotta go watch it, and then I'll go either get some coffee, go to the gas station, get myself a drink. Some small things like that really help the day.
Mm-hmm.
Really make the day easy.
Yeah, it's so weird too because like I feel like getting up early like objectively like feels good like once you're like fully awake, but it's like I never want to do it though until I'm actually doing it.
Yeah, the get up process is just a fucking pain in the ass. But like as soon as you up, and if it's an easy day for getting up, then you're golden. It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah, and that's a great day. But I think you're a great artist also, and I want to get into that a little bit because so every 10 interviews that I do, I post a story on Instagram where I ask people to request artists they'd like to see interviewed. They can give suggestions for video
Mhm.
ideas and generally just give me feedback on how I'm doing. And usually when I ask the people like request their friends and artists they're fans of, but to my surprise, I don't think this has actually happened before. You requested yourself for it. And when I don't know an artist that like asked for an interview, I always check them out just to see what's up. Cause I actually
Yeah.
did that with Newport Motel a while back. Like I didn't know who they were, and they were super cool, so I interviewed them on here. And I think album 8 was like the newest project we had at the time, so I listened to that. And I was just
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is beautiful. It just felt like a bunch of little like I guess like vignettes kind of. It felt like random like pieces of like stuff like chopped together, and you get
Yeah.
this like really like abstract experience that was super cool. So I was like, you
Mhm.
know what, this Melancholia Blue guy, I think it's pretty cool. I should do an interview with him. So now that I've had the chance to dive into your music more, I'm really captivated by the like somber and I guess like lush ambient soundscapes that you create.
Mhm.
And I don't know if this is how you view it because it's probably like based off your experiences, but to me, it sounds like experiencing like someone else's life, if that makes sense. And you kind of like recontextualize it to yours as the listener.
Exactly. That is like dead on what I do. Like if you talk about like I personalize the sound to like something specific in my life, and then I kind of like generalize it. Not general. I don't think I generalize. No, but like all my albums are very like at least the first couple, or at least like up until this new one, Funny Paper, Open Sandwich Crustaceans, has all been about various feelings and various personal things and various topics that happen as my life goes on. So it's like I basically grew up with these albums. Like I made self-titled when I was like I don't even remember how old I was, but I've been making music under Melancholia Blues since I was like 13, 14.
Hmm.
So it's like I grew up with this name and grew up with this sound. Definitely changed. Definitely got better over the year, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cool though, because like I feel like you're inherently like supposed to relate to music, but it's like with the way you do it, it feels like you're supposed to like listen to it, kind of reflect back onto yourself, because it is so like
Exactly. Yeah.
methodical.
Yeah, that's like the goal. I want people to really think about themselves when they listen to it. Because I think about myself when I listen to it. I'm not like
Hmm.
not even in an egotistical way. I think about the shit that I went through to make the music with certain albums and certain concepts. Like even early, like any album I can put to a specific time frame, you know, and I can put to a specific part of my life. And I feel that's like I've made something really beautiful with that.
Yeah, but given all of that, how did you initially get into making music, and who are some of your biggest influences for it?
It was 2018. I was still living in the city, and I would make beats for like I was in, I think, end of elementary, early middle school around this time. So I'd make beats for like the high schoolers, and my beats were always kind of ass, but I mean, people would rap on them because nobody else is making shit in Boston. I mean, there's a Boston scene, but it wasn't really like nobody's really, you know, tapping in like that. But I would make beats for, you know, older people, and then they'd pay me for it, and I'd be like, yo, this kind of work. And then, I mean, I got into a more abstract palette as I grew up because I got exposed to more like sounds. If I could really tack an influence, there's this one song called "I Was All Over Her" that everybody knows. It's not everybody knows, but like a lot of people know. It's by Salvia Palth.
Oh yeah,
That first album, Melancholia, really defined like my early teenage years. So I was like, I'm gonna make this like I'm gonna try and chase the feeling of that, but personalize it to like experiences that I go through. So like that's what started this whole thing. I was like, I really want to make music that sounds like that and feels like that, which I mean I didn't do, but I kind of did it my own way. So yeah.
yeah. I'm sure there's other like ambient artists. Like I don't know. Like I feel like this is like the default. Like Brian Eno, I feel like it'd probably be an influence, right?
Yeah, yeah. Brian Eno's cool. I really like Brian Eno. I listened to him growing up. Uh, my favorite album is that Here Comes the one that Here Comes the Warm Jets is on. Is that called Here Comes the Warm Jets?
I think it is. That's like not ambient though. That's like a different. I forgot what that one is, but I know it's not ambient.
Yeah, it's not like yeah, primarily ambient focused. I mean, if you want a good ambient, you know, album, I would say Apollo or
Hmm.
Ambient 3, Day of Radiance. Those are two really good ones.
Yeah. No, because I grew up off of like music for airports. Like I love that album.
That shit's yeah, I love that one too. That one's really good.
Yeah, and I feel like vaporwave is probably also like an influence for you, right?
Not, I mean, kind of. I mean, I saw the aesthetics. I saw what it was doing when I was, you know, growing up, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, I rock with the sound. It's very, you know, it's very reminiscent of what I create, but it's also like it all seemed pretty samey to me. And I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's ironic coming from an ambient artist. It's pretty samey everything, but I wanted to kind of like I always knew that I wanted to kind of like do something different. I just didn't know what until that album 8 dropped. Like there's a clear stark like change around that time, but yeah, I mean vaporwave I think sonically could yeah, have a hand in what I made.
Yeah, I was mainly saying it because like I feel like vaporwave has like a thickness to it when you listen to it, and that's like very present in your stuff.
Yeah, 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 very layered, very yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
but also like I don't think ambient is inherently like samey though, because I feel like you can create like ambient with like literally anything. Well, vapor is like you use like those samples, but it's like even just like shaking my water bottle could be ambient. So it's like,
Yeah, like I mean, I've made ambient songs from just, like genuinely playing an instrument like a guitar or a pad or a synth and fucking it up in Ableton or Logic and I've also made like synth noises from like YouTuber like funny YouTube references that only I found funny. Like I like at the start of one of my albums, I make synth noises out of the boneless pizza guy meme. I make
yeah,
synth noises out of his voice, like a genuine like sounding synth. I make it out of his voice, and I like pitch it up and shit. It's crazy, like how you can turn a sample into like a sine wave and make it like music. I really like sampling stuff now. I used to not sample anything. I used to play everything by hand, but nowadays I've been sampling a ton more.
yeah. I forget what album it was off of, but there's one where you sampled like a Glass Beach song on it.
Oh, are you talking about Deer and Headlights?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think yeah, that's with Hayflick. Oh my god, I haven't worked with Hayflick in a minute. I need to log in with him. Yeah, that album was made in like one night. It was a crazy, crazy experience. I was so sleep deprived. Dude, that was almost 2 years ago. That was like a really good memory.
Hmm. Yeah, he does all of your covers too, right?
Yeah, he did the animals one, and I think he did a couple other ones. I don't
Yeah.
recall. He's a really good visual artist too. Yeah, his music's also crazy. Check him out.
Yeah, I only listened to that Cloud project, but I gotta check out more. But also, speaking of the visuals, though, that's another thing that I thought stood out about your work a lot. Because I was looking
Mhm.
at like the rate of your music, I saw they were all like blue. But then I look now, and you've changed all the covers since then. You have some of the titles also. So it's clear that your vision
Yeah.
is kind of like, I guess, changed over time for what you want visually. I saw the album visualizers you have for some of your projects too, and they're kind of like hypnotizing with how you like what about making them. So I guess like what goes through your mind when trying to visualize your art?
Well, originally I was going blue and black because I was very picky about like I was very defined. I wanted to make sure that like people were gonna go into the album knowing that it was me, and that was my distinct way of marking things and making it like me. But as time went on, I kind of thought that like the blue and black wasn't reminiscent, and it was kind of making everything samey to me. Like it made
Mm-hmm.
everything blend together. I didn't want anybody listening to one thing and being like, "Oh, this is just this album," but like getting it confused. So I was like, let me give these albums a unique identity. So like when I did the covers, when I really thought about each cover. Like there's there's one called Cooper and it's like orange and shit. I had a very specific person design that one because that album like inspired them a lot. Like I had like a vision for who I want. Like I hit up artists and was like, "Can you do this for this cover?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do this for this cover?" Because I wanted to put spotlight on them because those albums like did well, and I wanted them like their art to be immortalized through it in a way. But I
Yeah.
also made sure that it was like it put a tinge and like a personal tinge to like what I created.
Yeah. I just thought because like and there's like a feeling that kind of like evokes Sherman where it's like kind of mysterious. I guess when you look at it, like you don't really know what to think when you look at the covers, which I think is
Yeah,
cool. Especially now, there's not really a
my
consistent like theme between them either. They're all doing their own thing.
Yeah, that's what like that was like the goal. They were very mysterious at the start, and they are pretty mysterious now. But like my biggest flaw is that I don't have vocals because I mean I don't like to like I have vocals in other songs, but it's just I don't write much, so I don't and I can't define a feeling. Like if I'm running making an album, I'm going into a big concept, so I can't define the feeling until I make it.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't write anything, and I don't really like do vocals much. So like the struggle is to be as direct as possible without saying anything. So like that's like where I haven't perfected my like craft just yet because like I don't want to come off as completely mysterious. I don't want to come off as like I don't want to Cardi people. I don't want to come off as hella mysterious like that. But like with the way that I have to present it with with no voice, just like this album means a lot to me. It's just like I have to be kind of like on a mysterious side, but like if anybody asks questions about it, I'll be completely blunt with them about
Yeah.
like how the project was created.
Yeah. Maybe that was the right word, but it's more like intriguing, I guess, because they all
Yeah,
like the God Bless cover especially. That one's super cool to me because it feels like you're like walking in on something almost.
Yeah, I was in the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as for the visualizers, like there was one I saw where it's not like an album you have out. It was I forget what the video was called, but it was like an animation of like people like walking down like stairs in like a room kind of thing. It was in black
I
and
should
white.
remember this. Black and white stairs. I should remember this. This is not a good look on me. Are you talking about the sixth one? Are you talking about the city music intermission?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What do you call it? That was originally gonna be like my first album of 25, and then I mean, it's kind of just shifted. That was like me sitting down and being like, I want to make something long. I want to make something really long because all my albums are kind of short.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make something that's like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, and that was what came out of it. I scrapped it, but I mean, it still exists because I think that the music is cool. Visually, I just wanted to go black and white. Like that was like I wanted it to look like a blank palette.
Yeah. So, were you the one that like animated the visual for that?
I did not, unfortunately. I don't remember who did though. It could be something from a friend of mine, and it could also be like a video that I like saw and like took inspiration from and fucked up in like post processing, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't fully recall.
Yeah, because I know it gets like inverted at some point, and like it goes from like white and black to black and white. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of videos also have like a kind of like a spinning like motion in them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is there like a reason for that? I guess.
Can't really say if there's like a concrete reason for that, but I mean, it does help develop like that, like a certain concept of I see it as like staying in place because like I mean say that the albums are about growth, but like sometimes it could not be. Like I don't really have too big of like a reasoning for that, but I mean, yeah.
I mean, like I guess you could say it's because like your music is so like cyclical in a way, because it creates this like space that kind of like goes throughout the song. Could kind of be for that if
Yeah.
you want to like make a reason for it right now, but
Yeah. I don't yeah, no, I mean everything has I feel like everything has a reason, just fundamentally. But whether I know it consciously or not doesn't really come until later in the process. I'm very weird when it comes to making music and like just art in general. Sometimes meanings like and stuff don't come to me until later.
hmm I guess like what is your process for making like a Melancholia blues song? Also, sounds wondering.
I'll start with a guitar or like a pad. I used to have this shed that I could fuck around, and it was in like Western Mass. But unfortunately, that place closed. Nowadays, it's just in my room. I'll play the guitar straight into the Scarlett, and I'll fuck it up with post processing on Ableton, Logic, FL, or Pro Tools, and put a nifty bass line down. Like it's a very simple process. It's just I think about where I am like putting myself like in the lineups of the records. I put myself into a certain like situation, so I'm like, how did this situation make me feel, and then I write a song about how it made me feel.
hmm
Very simple process, but I think what's more fun is making the Botanica stuff because that's literally just me, like the sound design esque stuff, sound collage stuff. Because that's just me throwing everything on my hard drive at one song and just hoping it sounds good. Just very fun, brash experimentation.
Yeah. So wait, so you use like four different DAWs. Like, how do you like pick
How do I
like?
do that?
I mean, just like what makes you want to use the specific one for like what you're working on?
Pro Tools to record instruments or vocals. Logic if I'm on the go at work, around just because it's my MacBook and it's simple. Typically to make more sound design esque. Ableton if I'm at home and I want to make sound design or ambient. And FL if I have like a big project file where I want the transitions to be perfect, I'll sit down on FL and I'll like conceptualize it. Like I'll put it all down on there because it just looks the easiest to me.
hmm
But FL I also use for like hip hop stuff and all that.
Yeah. So does it get difficult to like manage all your project files when they're all in these different places all the time?
Oh, I lose project files all the time. I lose music consistently. I've lost albums worth of music just because I'm so unkept. I had this album I was gonna drop this year, um, but I genuinely don't know where it is. Like it could be on any one of my hard drives.
No, but I've had that problem too with like backing up my stuff because I just made the mistake of just not doing it, and then I had a thing where I had to like wipe my computer, and it was like I messed up, and it was like kind of like a forceful thing when I didn't mean to do it, and it just deleted my entire downloads folder. I just lost like all the music I'd made from like that year. I was just like,
Uh, I hate when that like I've done that before too. Like I genuinely don't like. I wish that like the DAWs made it easier to like have a better file management. Like keep it all in a hard drive and not make it so impossible to like. I mean, we have to do that ourselves, but like I wish it did it for us. I'm so unkept with everything. I have files all over my computer.
yeah, no, my thing is just because like when I'm at college, I have to constantly pick up my computer to go places, so I don't have a hard drive where I have to plug it in every time to like back up my stuff. Cause like I had a
Yeah,
home PC that I was using before that, and I was back everything up then because it never moves anywhere. So like I don't really have to
yeah.
think about it. But since then, like whenever I have something I like really care about, where I would like hate if it gets lost, I always like back it up somehow. Even with like these videos, like I've lost 2 interviews that I've recorded before. We've had to redo them, so I always upload a file to YouTube like immediately after we finish recording, so that I can't lose it again.
Yeah, just so it's uploaded online, the raw footage. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've done that before. Bandcamp is a huge help with music. Like if I have an album that I don't want to lose and it's like in progress, I will put the files up on Bandcamp just so I don't lose that.
Mm.
So I mean, and keep uploading shit online. Google Drive, my best friend, but my Google Drive is so unorganized, so it also is like a fucking mess.
Oh yeah. Do you have like multiple emails? Still more storage too. I know some people do that.
Yeah, I got two emails. I got my personal email for like my education and just like job, and then I have my music email for everything. But it all blends together. Like I have job shit from like my real life on my Melancholia Blue email, and then I have music shit on my real email. So it's like I am just not a put together person.
Yeah, no, I have like I think I have like 7 emails that I've just like accumulated over the years, and if I run out of space on one, I just dump it in the other one.
Oh, over the years, oh, I definitely have like over 50.
Yeah, yeah, like because I think it's only like 15 gigabytes without paying for like extra stuff. I don't want to pay, so I just put more stuff in. But it makes it hard to figure out like what's where sometimes.
I ain't paying for all that. So it's like, yeah, I'll take the unorganization just so I don't have to pay a dime for any of that shit.
Yeah, I know I have like
Mm.
album files. Like I think it's split between like 3 different emails. I don't know like where I guys I need to download those onto my computer still because when I lost the things last year, like that was the only thing I had backed up, and like I haven't wanted to work on it since that happened because I've been too lazy to just download the file off Google Drive again. But I don't even know like where to start looking for those.
Yeah, no, I'm on the same boat with you as you. I have things like I have this is gonna sound so fucking annoying as like a musician yourself. I have collabs that I have in Google Drives that I haven't bothered to get because I'm just that lazy. Like
Ooh,
I am like I listen. People are gonna see this that I work with, and they're gonna agree exactly with what I'm gonna say. I am terrible with collabs. I will say that I want to collab because I want to collab with everybody. I love doing collaborations. It's so fun because I mean I did that one with Hayflick and it was time of my life. But I'll be like, yo, we should collab to like a bunch of other people. There's somebody that I'm trying to collab with this or next year that I've been so busy that they've been like kind of left on like not even seen, but like I've been like left on like, yo, we'll work. Give me a minute for like 2 years,
mm-hmm.
and I'd feel like an ass because of it. Like I genuinely want to work with this person, but it's like life gets in the way. Like I have a bunch of shit on my file. It's just for the collab. It's just I don't. There's no motivation. There's no like I don't even want to go dig it up.
Yeah, I don't know
So
if
much
you're
shit.
like me too, but like for me when I make music, I have to be in like a certain like mindset to do it. I have to have like nothing going on for a few hours, where there's like no other obligation, and then I can do it. But if I have like anything going on,
Yeah.
it's hard for me to like sit down and want to do it because I have all the other stuff in the back of my head.
I mean, I make music on the move. Like I'll do it anywhere, but it's genuinely more like I have to because like I'm so. I was talking to a friend about this yesterday actually while I was working. I was taking out the trash and I was like, I came to the realization that I am too concept minded. I can't make like nowadays I can't sit down and make a shit post song for fun. I used to make songs for fun. Like I used to genuinely sit down and be like, I'm gonna make a jerk song for fun. Like I can't do that anymore because like I need to make something with like a big concept, which I'm not obligated to do. I just kind of like do it naturally now, so I can't do much.
Yeah, because I know you don't really have like any singles out. So is it like you're like a very like album minded person as an artist?
Yeah, yeah. I'm very specific on the big picture, and then the big picture is never like it can never be rolled out in singles because it's so paced differently.
Yeah,
So like I can't roll out like a 26-second single or like a 1 minute single. Like I can't do that
that'd be
because
kind
the
of raw
single is
actually. They're like a
like a 30-second single that's like one piece of the album that
yeah.
perfectly transitions. Hey, this could be tough. Way
That's the idea. That's an idea.
that is definitely an idea.
Yeah. No, I definitely get it. The like I'm also like I make so much music, but I put out like so little because I'm very like specific with like what I actually want to have like under my name. So I get it.
Yeah, exactly. I have a struggle with what I want under my names too. Like I will like I don't know how deep into like researching that you did, but I have a ton of different little monikers and names around across everything. I will make a thing and I don't know what to put it under. Like I need to make an archive, like a dump, where I could just dump every piece of like, oh, I liked this song, but I can't put it anywhere because it's like, yeah,
Yeah, admittedly, I only had time to look at like your Melancholia Blue stuff. But I do know you have some other projects. I just haven't had a chance to check them out. Um, yeah, like for me, like I've been doing vocals more recently, but I've done some vocal stuff for like other people's stuff, but I still don't have any vocals like on my own music yet. Because it's like,
yeah.
yeah, it's like it has to be like a debut vocal song. I want it to be like the perfect thing, but I don't know what that is yet, so I can't like put anything on there.
Exactly. I've always wanted to just make a vocal like debut for either Melancholia Blue or just under my real name, but I need to make it perfect. It needs to be just right, but I'm not even close to that point yet where I can just casually do that.
Yeah, I'm sure eventually you'll get there though.
100%.
Hmm.
100%.
Yeah. So earlier, I know I was talking about like the kind of like vignette style that I view your projects in.
Hmm.
Where they feel like kind of like a snippet of somebody else's life experience, whether it's like a key part of their life or maybe a memory that's like faded away over time while the
Hmm.
feeling of it kind of still remains.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, I often try to picture my own memories when I listen to your albums and see what appears with each song. And I found that I often think of things that have like never happened to me, or maybe I did, I just don't even like remember anymore. So this might kind of be a hard question to answer because it's not something you think about. But like, what are some things that you've like that you know you've like forgotten over time?
A lot of things. I'm not gonna lie. I used to do a lot of stupid shit, so I would in turn like my memory is fried. Like the first three records under Melancholia Blue I made were about the feeling of losing like a social situation, a very specific social situation, and
Mm-hmm.
I do not remember a single thing of that from that situation other than the feeling because of that music. So it's like because that situation almost happened 4 years ago. So like I'm not gonna remember all that,
Mm-hmm.
but like I will always remember how I felt during it because of those like first steps into music and those first records. Because it's like I immortalize like that was all. That's also why I strive to make music so much and like so consistently. I strive to never forget the feeling of how to like love things. But I mean the experience, I'm fine. If it's a negative one, I'm fine with letting it go. I just don't want to forget that feeling because that feeling is like you might only feel it once in your life, you know?
Yeah, I know for me, you probably had this too, but like I was rewatching my graduation like live stream recently, and I realized like I haven't thought about like any of these people in like 2 years, and it freaked me out that I just forgotten about them because like I used to see them all like every day, and they
Yeah.
just like
I've been
vanished from my
gone.
memory.
Exactly. I've been gone from like a normal public school like situation for 2 years now. So it's like people that I used to see every day, people that I used to like talk to and like genuinely be like pretty close with. I just haven't reached out. Like it's not even like that I haven't reached out because they haven't reached out to me. Like I
Hmm.
have my like I think a lot of it is like just realizing when I matured, I realized who was real to me and who wasn't. So a lot of it, like when I left, like a public school, I only kept the people that were like real to me. So like I hang out with people, like I got my friends, but like those are like it's like a very small group. It's like keeping my circle small just so like I don't have to deal with bullshit. Essentially,
Yeah.
I don't remember a soul from my high school or like middle school. I don't remember anyone that has that is foggy memories.
I think another thing, like, on the topic is like, because you know those friends we'd have in like elementary school? I can't remember what any of their voices sounded like, and that kind of freaks me out.
That is not something I've thought about, but yeah, you're right. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
remember anything about my elementary school friends. I don't remember what they sounded like. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I don't remember but like friends from like the middle school or like high, like some friends from high. I don't remember what they sound like either. Oh, it's been a while.
yeah. Also,
That is
like,
definitely
I think hearing people's voices like pre-puberty also, because like that's also weird because it's like you knew them as that for like so long, and then hit puberty, you just forget, and you see old
yeah.
videos and you're like surprised by it.
There was a homie I saw. What do you call it? I hadn't met up with in 2 years. I met up with him recently. And the first words that he said to me, I was like, "What the fuck happened to your voice? So your balls dropped." I was like so confused because like the last time I saw him, he was like, we were both in middle school. It was a long time. Yeah, no, I get that completely. Like you have a perception of somebody and then it just completely like as soon as you see them or remember them again, it just completely like boggles your mind that they grew up like you had an experience. You experienced life. Holy shit, you know?
Yeah, there was a friend I had in eighth grade who was like, he was like always like a squeaker, and then we went to different high school, so I saw him at like a competition event or something, maybe like half a year later. And dude, his voice got so deep, and it would just confuse me because that's like always how I viewed him in my head was the person with like the high pitched voice.
Yeah, no, that's like yeah, I relate to that. I used to be that guy.
No, I hit puberty in like right after seventh grade, so it's kind of fast for me. But even then, it's like I think like hearing old videos of yourself talking to you is like bizarre because you forget how you used to sound. Also,
Yeah, I have a bunch of old videos because I used to want to be a YouTuber dead ass. But I used to have like an old YouTube channel and all that shit. I was hearing myself and I had the craziest squeaker voice ever. It was ill, but I mean, that's just a part of growing up. You look at old videos of yourself and you're like, damn, this motherfucker experienced hella life between now and here. Now between then and now, it's crazy to think about. I definitely think about that a lot. I think about like, oh, dude, when I was like 9, I don't think I would have ever realized. Like, I don't think I would have ever seen this coming. You know, type of thing.
yeah, like so much changes you never realize because it's just like as you're going.
Yeah, it happens fast, very fast.
Yeah, I had a similar thing except it was like I was looking through my Google Drive to trying to find the album files, and I found this WAV file from like 2018. So I was like, what is this? And it was like me on a call with my friend from when I was like 12, like talking, but it was only my end. And it was so weird hearing like how I sounded and like the way that I thought at the time. And also just like what I was talking about because I was talking about like a story that I like remembered like very vividly like today, but it was like as I was experiencing it then.
Nah, that's yeah. I have little voice clips of like me and my friends talking in Fort, and like we'll be like I have like clips of us on Fort, and I remember like it would either be like us talking about some real shit that was going on, or literal just screaming because like they would get mad over like the game or over like being killed or me like killing them. Like it was like hearing how easy it was to switch from like a serious to an unserious tone was like crazy to me because
Mm-hmm.
everything with them is so serious now. So it's like it's crazy. Shit changes for real.
Yeah. I think that's like the closest thing we have to like time travel because it's like I can literally see like how I was in like an authentic form like back then.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if you do this too, but I started doing this like 2 years ago. But like every like couple months or so I'll record a little like video log of like how I'm doing and then upload it to a channel like as an unlisted video to have it saved somewhere. Just so I can see like who I was like during that time in my life. Cause like you don't get there from just pictures or anything.
Yeah, I have fully developed like 16 to 20-minute vlogs of like shit that happened in my life because I have a camcorder and I bring it around whenever I
Hmm.
go out with my friends and like we have cars so we'll go out far. So like I'll just have the camcorder and I'll compile all the footage into something and then I'll like put some unreleased music that I made around that time, under it and then I'll be like, yeah, this was, June 24, this was May 23, like I have things from 2 years ago that like my tastes in everything that I do has drastically changed and refined. Like I was going back to this one from March of 23 and it was me. I was bumping it was a video of me and my friend in a school bathroom and I think I was bumping Dollywood. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
lie. Yeah, I remember I have like vivid like recollections of like a lot of that stuff now, but like still like certain things are very foggy to me. Certain things are still very hazy. It's like serious situations get very hazy.
Yeah, so it's cool being able to see like an unfiltered version of it, like with that video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have that with like Last FM also because I've had it since like sophomore year of high school. It's like being able to see like what I was bumping like whenever is so like cool to me.
I had less FM when I was in like early middle school, and I mean, I got rid of it. I don't know why, but I used to be like, "Fuck this," and then delete last FM and then re-download it. And like, I have like my current account is like my current taste, so it's like I got like 1,000 plays on myself, 900 plays on Ian, like a bunch of plays on like Franco. Like it's like if I kept my old shit, I would have had like 5,000 car seat headrest scrubbles, and I'm so mad that I didn't because like I would have seen how my taste evolved from like now and then. I like little time capsules of like seeing how I became like the person I am now. I
Yeah.
really rock with that's why my albums are like the way that they are because they're very time capsule.
Hmm. Yeah, I think another quality of your albums that I like a lot is how they feel very like dreamlike, I guess. Not only because they have that very like ethereal and kind of like nocturnal quality to them, like you were saying, because I know you're kind of a nocturnal person always used to be, but
Hmm.
also, especially with your newer stuff, like they often kind of like morph as the song goes on, even though they're so short, but you don't really realize it's happening, like when it's happening, very similar to how dreams will often like shift a lot. So I guess given all that, like what are some of those memorable dreams that you've had?
All my dreams are very realistic, very, very, very vivid and realistic. So like I'll have dreams of things like I mean nowadays I'm just dreaming about being at work because that's where I spend a lot of my time. Like I will wake up like I will have a dream where I'm just sitting there making a drink. And that's terrifying to me. But before I had like everything else going on, I would have dreams of like people. Like I'd have dreams of just hanging out with people. And like I mean it was casual and stuff, but then as like things start to change. Some people in those dreams might not like you anymore. Some people in those dreams might be gone now. Like those dreams become different. And it was one time I remember like around like the middle of 23 or no, beginning of 23. It was probably a dark ass time. I had like this dream of everybody that I know don't fuck with me no more, like just hanging out. And then I woke up from it and I was like, ew, I don't like that. So like I used to, and then after that, like I mean, despite having those dreams nowadays, I don't really dream vividly much. Like I have the dreams of me at work, but I don't really be dreaming for real. Like I mean, I got dreams, but I don't really be lucid dreaming.
Hmm.
I don't really be having vivid like one-to-one surreal dreams anymore. Like I'll just it's and I kind of like that more. I kind of like closing my eyes, opening my eyes, and waking up.
Yeah, my dreams are kind of similar to yours, where it's like I feel like they always like exist in like a space, and my dream is just kind of like exploring that space and doing whatever, and then I wake up.
Yeah, exactly.
Although they're definitely a lot more like I guess like bizarre than yours. Like they'll start off like mundane, or well, I think really what it is just like I feel like all my dreams are like me doing like very like strange things, but to me they're very normal.
Yeah.
If that makes
I
sense.
mean, I've had examples of that. Yeah.
Like I think one that comes to mind is like you know Isaacs, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So
I know him under another name. Yeah.
yeah, so it was me and him, and we were like walking somewhere, and then I was like, "Wait, dude, I gotta go to class." So we started walking through this like this jungle, which I didn't question, even though like where we were was nowhere near my campus, and this professor that I have, like, he hates when people show up like unattended, right, and like don't tell him. So I was stressing really bad because I didn't want to disappoint him. So we started climbing up these trees to get to the class, but there was like a giant like barbed wire fence in front of us, and there were like security guards that were like yelling at us to get off the tree for some reason. And I feel bad for this, but I ditched Isaac's. I jumped over the fence, and like somehow I got into like the ceiling of my classroom. But then at this point, I'm like, well, I'm already late. I don't want to show up late. So then I had to like somehow like escape out of the classroom from the inside without getting caught. And it was this whole like, I woke up and I was like, why did I do all that? But like at the time,
Why
it
did you
made
do that?
sense when I was dreaming.
I mean, anything to get to that class and then realize, fuck it, I don't want to go to that class. I respect that. I mean, that dream is just hustling. You going up, you get in there, and then you realize, nah, I don't really want to do that. I fuck with that. That's real as fuck.
You know, I'm not even like a skipper like that, but I guess in the dream, I was like, I don't feel like it.
I used to skip class all the time. It was evil as fuck. I used to be mad evil. I would skip my last period class every day just to go home early or like get McDonald's or some shit. I was low key a dumbass.
Now, for me, it's like sometimes I'll wake up and be like, do you want to go to my first class today? Not really, but it's like very rare that happens, but I always go to the second one. Or if I'm like feeling sick, I'll go to my first one and then just not go to the one afterwards. But that's more of a college thing just because it's on my own schedule. But like in high school, I like never missed like a day if I could help it, I think.
I was so different in high school. I'm not in college yet, but like when I was in high school physically, I'd be like, man, I really don't want to go to English. I'm gonna skip, and I'd skip English. I'd leave campus, which you're not allowed to do. Like this shit was genuinely like a big no-no. Like they would like I would come back, I would go through the normal day. The next day, I'd get a call to go to the office. They'd be like, "Where the fuck were you?" And I would be like, McDonald's. And then they'd fucking like try and get me like detention or something. I remember one time I had to go to Saturday like school for this shit. They were like, yo, you got to clean the gutter of the school because you decided to do this. And I didn't clean it. I skipped that shit too. I'm not even gonna lie. I was a deviant when I went to high school. Like physically, I was not cool whatsoever.
But you thought you were cool at the time.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I was doing a lot of dumb shit. I was smoking weed. I was doing all that dumb shit. I mean, yeah. I mean, a part of me thought I was dope shit for it, but nowadays I got off all that. I don't do none of that no more. I'm an upstanding citizen now. Not even, but like I mean,
Comparatively.
I thought I was hot. Yeah, I thought I was hot shit because I was like not even with music. I kind of hid music. Like I mean, I hid the music that I was genuinely making. I would be like, "Yo, I rap. I make rap music." Yeah, but I would hide the ambient shit. I would hide the melancholia blue shit. But around the time I left that school, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We go and drop this shit. And then that's the shit that went crazy.
No, I was the same way also. Like I would always hide my music from people. Or like it's weird because people would talk about it, but I wouldn't show them. So I was like, how do you even? I don't know. I was always embarrassed about it for some reason.
I would show people my rap music and they'd be like, this is terrible. Never, ever, ever, ever show me this again. And then I'd show people like drafts of like what became my first or second Melancholia Blue albums. And they'd be like, what the fuck? How did you make this? You have musical knowledge? Like I remember I used to make stuff in class too. Like I would make things in theory class because I took theory class and I would make a song and like there'd be like seniors or juniors and I was a freshman at the time and I'd be playing that shit and they'd be like, "Dog, you're crazy at this. What the fuck going on?" And then they're like, "Why are you making this rap shit when you could just do this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." I remember very vividly like one of my well, like a text exchange with a friend of mine, like a good friend of mine now. I sent him one song off of I think God Bless, and he was like, "Listen, man, you need to like roll this shit out properly." And that's what caused me to like drop the albums, like genuinely, like people telling me, and not even like people pleasing. It was like more like this is good, but I needed the assurance that it was
Mm-hmm.
good. It's like I was fully diving into like an uncharted territory. I didn't know the scene. I didn't know what it was like making experimental music. I was just making like think I was hopping on type beats the entire of 2023. It was crazy.
Yeah. Wait, so like, do you usually show people stuff like while you're working on it, or are you like pretty secretive about it? Because I know people are pretty divisive about that.
Oh, I'm so open, and it's like a flaw. I see my openness as like a flaw, because like I'm big on like equal like I'm gonna show you something, you're gonna give me my thoughts on it. You're gonna show me something, I'm gonna give you my thoughts. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm very equal like that, and I don't feel that equality much with a lot of people anymore because I'll stop sending shit. I send my shit to like I don't know if you know, but I don't know if it's like really big on my page anymore, but I'm in a collective. It's Caperflower. It's like 30 people. I would send my music to almost like everybody in there. And then nowadays I really only send it to the owner because it's like I mean, I'll send it to a couple people if they ask for it, but like I really only send it to the owner because the owner gives genuine feedback and was like, I like this a lot. This is what you got. This is what I think you should change. I understand your vision with this stuff, but you should probably fix the master on this. You should do this, this, and that. Like, that's all love to the owner too. That's all love to Kiwi Smoke Hierarchy. That's like if I was like if the Melancholia bullshit would not be as lasting, like long lasting if it wasn't for her. So like that's my goat.
Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, very secretive now, I'd say. I mean, depends on like what you're trying to get at. Like if you're trying to like get like indie rock demos out of me, I'll show you some indie rock demos, but Melancholia Blue releases I'm not really showing like that for real unless like, you're like pretty close to me. Like unless you're like not gonna like leak it or anything, you know?
Yeah. Although it's also like, I don't know. I feel like artists of a certain size or like weeks even like, if it's like I guess like matter in a way.
Yeah.
Like if someone leaked my
No.
music, it'd be like I wouldn't even matter because no one's looking it up in the first place. But
Yeah, you're right. What do you call it? I was more sensitive about leaks when like I first came out because I thought like I also thought like when I was first starting out and I got like because I got like an endorsement from I mean it sounded like a fucking like uh I don't know the word, but I got an endorsement from Spotify. Like I don't know if you know, like they got that Fresh Find shit.
mm-hmm.
I was put on that experimental playlist for like half a year. So like I got that endorsement. I was like, I'm gonna try and make something out of this. And I mean, I did my best. That's dropped consistently. I tried promoting consistently, but that was when I was the most sensitive about leaks. Nowadays, I'm just like, yeah, no, it could literally end up on like archive. Like it could end up anywhere now. It could end up. I don't care.
Yeah. No, I was curious for that because you have a few songs that have like tens of thousands of streams. So I was like curious like how that happened. But I guess was that all through the playlist?
I would get shit. Like I got there's a song Eclipse off of my first album. First song on my first album got playlisted by Spotify. Forever thankful because that put a spark in me to make more music under that name again. And then I mean, the rest of it just came with exposure. I mean, my most popular song Frown was put on a like one of the top ambient playlists. Another song Lifeblood was got pretty lucky. Like playlisting is I still don't understand playlisting. And it's like something I really want to get to the bottom of because it's so like fascinating to me. I like algorithm. I like music. I like music algorithm. I like figuring that shit out. So like the day that I figure out like how does Spotify put things on their fresh finds playlists, what days of the week are they checking? Like the days that I figure that stuff out is the day that I'll be like overjoyed to figure like I want to be on the inside on that because I feel like I don't know that stuff fascinates me because like it helped me so much. It changed my life with music.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure that I can change my like if I can help my friends get to a certain point, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that they get to that point. Like I want to help them out like that naturally, you know.
Yeah. Have you looked into like playlists like pitching at all?
Yeah, but I don't think I pitched Eclipse for the Spotify playlist because I didn't have access to my for artists at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I just on DistroKid, I was like, okay, drop this a week in advance. Okay, it'll be up. And then we had like a little listening party. I think a lot of it has to do with first week saves and first week listens. So like you'll get like, and a lot of people were tapping in for some reason in the Caper Flower shit. So like you'd get like you get like 100 saves in a day. They're gonna take notice. You get like 500 streams in a day. They're gonna take notice, and they're gonna be like, "This is popping off. What is this considered genre wise?" And then they'll see like, "Oh, this is an experimental song." And then maybe they'll be like, yeah, let's just put it on the fresh finds because I mean it's gaining momentum. You might as well. And then it gains more momentum and it helps you in the long run. So it's
Hmm.
like maybe that's it, but I don't know 100%. I've tried figuring it out for like years after that because that was such a small thing for Spotify probably, but such a big thing for me. I really want to
Yeah.
get to the bottom of that shit happened. Because that was like the luckiest thing that's happened to me.
Yeah, I know my friend Young Tay Tay, he's like he makes like some lo-fi stuff, but he's like always pitching himself to like playlists to get like put in there. Consistently get like new listeners off of that. But that's like a way more like I guess like manual process for it. But like that also was really helpful. I feel like there's probably stuff for like your kind of music also.
Yeah. There's a lot of like ambient playlists out there, but I've pitched myself to certain playlists, but a lot of it is like, give us $10 for the chance to be put on the playlist,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'll do that twice, but any more than like 4 times, I'm not doing that shit. That's like I'll pitch myself because I know that my music is like worth it. It'll get like it could get put on there, but like I'm not gonna like try and like brute force my way on it, especially if it's like wasting my money. That's like not cool.
Yeah. Moving on though.
Yeah.
So when I interview artists on here, I usually make sure to ask them about their most recent project at the time. You're a special case though, as you actually dropped 2 albums in the month of May. Funny Paper, Open Sandwich Crustaceans, and interesting, interesting resting for oh my god, interesting resting for interesting resting for traditional legacy, which released only a day apart. So why did you choose to release the projects like this way? And I guess just what was the project process for working on those projects like in general?
I'm not gonna lie, I dropped those two separately just because I was really inspired by Mac Miller. Mac Miller swimming in circles. I
Mm-hmm.
like that. Definitely not to the same effect because they're not too full length, but I mean, it's my take on like two companion albums that like this the same side of the same coin. Working on them was kind of like I just sat down in like October 24 and I was like, all right, I got this sound on the way. I know I finished album 8 at the time. I was like, I got this sound on the way. I'm gonna dive into it. I'm gonna try and make sure that it sounds good. And then I was like popped off for like the first like 3 minutes. And then I was like, okay, I need to make sure that this doesn't like die out. So like I spent like a little bit more time on it. And then like by like March, I finished it and I was like, okay, I finished it after 5 months. Should I wait? And then I was like, nah, I shouldn't wait. That's like pointless. Which is a big flaw I have. I should wait more to drop things. There's value in scarcity. I need to be more scarce with what I drop because I dropped like 4 albums in 24 and then 3 albums in 25. That's crazy. I need to slow down. And I think this is like the time to slow down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed you're playing a lot more with like sound, like collage, like where you like you're like more with sound design than you usually do for your stuff on this
Yeah,
one.
100%. I feel like that's just being around a lot of people that sound design. Like inherently, like I'm making sounds, yeah, but I never really got into like automation or like automatic synths or like things like that. So I was like, let me really dive into this stuff because I have like friends that make the craziest shit to me, and I'm like, how do you do this? And then I look at their process, and they're just unable to with automated like processes and automated like, and that stuff is just. I have a friend that dropped a genuine like piece in the beginning of May. I think same day I dropped my second album, and dog, I don't know how the fuck he does it. He's insane. I don't know if you know him. It's called New York Falls in 1977. I was listening to that shit like over and over again. It's fucking crazy. That's my goat.
Yeah, it's also like I was saying with like the dream stuff. I feel like with like a lot of your older music, it tended to be like the same like mood throughout the song. But with this, like everything feels very like fleeting. I guess on these projects, like it'll do something, and then switch to something else, and then perfectly transitions to the next song. It's a different thing again.
Hmm.
It's like a constant flow.
Yeah, I wanted to really fix the pacing on certain things. I really wanted to make it like flow more free because I didn't want it to be like fade in. Here's the song, fade out because that's like traditional ambient formula. I wanted it to be like, okay, I want this song to start right on the impact. I want this song to start as the middle of this wavetable from the last song. Like that's like and it's like a huge payoff because it's like I mean I have a full idea here that's like really put together well, but it's not going to be listened to. Like nobody's going to listen to one song off of it. You're going to listen to like the entire thing in one sitting if you're
Well,
going to listen to it at
I'll
all.
say I think folk is something that I've gone back to like quite a bit, just like on my own, because that's one of the only songs where it's like that's just the song.
Yeah, yes, folk pilot and then finale
Yeah,
are all genuine songs.
yeah. I think folk is probably my favorite because like I going through your stuff, I think your self-titled is definitely like probably one of my favorites from you, and that felt like the most like that. So that's like what I was really drawn to off that project. But I thought it was cool that you're
Yeah,
experimenting more like on this one also, because you wouldn't want to just do like that album like 10 times over.
exactly. I mean, by like Black Cherry, I was like, yeah, no, people were getting tired. Like by my like mid, like end 2024, I was like, I really gotta switch some shit up. And I was like, I was talking to my friend, like, the guy that I made animals with, Hayflick. I was like, dude, I should really get into Botanica. I should really get into like those very atmospheric, like beautiful, like sound design things. And he was like, dude, you could do that. That'd go crazy. And so I did it.
Hmm. Yeah, and with those two albums, were you working on them like simultaneously, or was like you were doing one and then you worked to the other and then you went back, or like?
I worked on them both at the same time, envisioning them to be the same thing. And then I was like, okay, these songs are a little darker. Just gonna put these on a separate thing.
Okay, yeah. I also noticed that like because like all the songs on Interest Resting are like a minute long, besides the outro, which is like only slightly longer. It's like, was there like a reason for that?
Uh, Pacing. So I dropped album 8 as like a bunch of like little 45s next, like though that type of thing. Like the song is like 45 seconds and stuff. I wanted this to look a lot nicer. It looks neater on, like streaming services and stuff. And it just felt right with these records. I wanted it all to just kind of chop up. And then Romance is like, it's longer because it's a callback. Romance was a song that I made in 21. It's on one of my original like non-streaming albums. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm just gonna remaster this and I'm gonna make it like, because this album is supposed to like end out something. So it's like I'm gonna call back to the beginning to make it end out. It's a very cliche thing, but it works.
Yeah. Oh, and then what do the titles mean? Because I was so curious about that.
Funny paper open sandwich crustaceans is something that I like developed as like a naming style from my friend Agaraki. Agaraki has an album I executive produced called Yolk Crab Swim Elf FM. And it's just a bunch of words that sound nice put together. And I was like, okay, funny paper is like that Mac Miller song. I like funny paper. And then what's gonna be on a funny like I like just like put a bunch of words together that I thought sounded cool. And then crustaceans is just a I don't know where that came from. I was just like, yep, that makes sense. And
It's
then
just a
interest
fun
resting
word.
for it genuinely is just saying it crustacean like that sounds crazy. And then interest resting for traditional legacy, it was like I do this a lot where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna retire. I'm done with music. Like I used to do that a lot when I started out, which I'm never gonna retire from music. I'm never gonna stop making it under this name. Well, maybe I will, but like it's not now. But it's like, oh, I'm doing a lot more with like I'm doing like a lot more traditional stuff with my life right now. So I'm like, okay, I gotta like make this a hobby more than like a full fledged career. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's like what that title means.
Yeah, and was that like a? 'Cause I know for some people that's kind of like hard to come to terms with, I guess. So is that like a huge struggle for you at all?
It became easier with time. I thought when first was popping out that I'd do this for like a job, and then I was like, I don't know, I don't think so. I mean, it'd always be in my life, and if it does end up becoming a job, cool. But for now, I'm gonna just do my own shit. I'm gonna do what I got to do to get money.
Yeah, there is also the whole like not making like your hobby like your main source of income, because then it becomes like not as like it's
Enjoyable,
not an
yeah.
escape anymore when it's like that.
Exactly.
So I don't know. That's something I've wondered too, because like ideally, like yeah, like music would be like the thing, but it's like, but I like doing it as much. Like I don't even know, but that's like a if I get there, that's like a thing I have to figure out.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Um, as I said before, one thing that stands out between those two projects, is that you play with the sound design more on Interest Resting, and this was super clear from the intro song Interest. So given that song's title, So I guess what are some things that you've been interested in recently?
I bought myself like a really expensive espresso machine. A lot of what I like roots back to coffee. I like coffee a lot. I have been making myself espresso shots all morning, like for like every morning, or I'll go get coffee. I mean, very interested in coffee. Very interested in I've been rewatching Star Wars. Star Wars. Very interested in travel. Like I travel a lot. I like to go like just around, not even just around town. I'll leave the state. I'll leave the coast. I'll go around and I'll go have just see the world because I mean I get the opportunity to do that now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm just interested. I mean I have a lot of like small things. I mean I got this new record that I want to put out, but I don't think I'm gonna put it out for a while. Just a lot of small things put into one. That's a lot of interests.
Yeah. Hmm. Maybe anything like niche that like not most people would know about.
I mean, I've been unironically listening to a lot of Too Slimy, which is like something niche, I guess. He's got like 12K. That's niche. That's a niche interest of mine. I listen to a lot of Too Slimy.
Was it like because I've never like tried to actually listen? Is it one of those where you just kind of get used to it after a while? Is it like kind of like that?
I liked it from the get go. I like how loud it is because like another fun thing like that really fundamentally makes the music is I have a hearing problem like from birth. I have to wear hearing aids and everything. So it's like hearing the vibration of the 808 that Too Slimy has is so interesting on my ear that I'm down with this. I can hear
Mm-hmm.
this. This is clear to me. This is clarity. So that's like why I'm so like into like loud ass songs like that. Because I can like hear the vibration. I can feel the music more than like hear it.
That
You know
makes
what I
sense
mean?
actually. Yeah, because his bass is like really weird in those songs.
Exactly.
Are you a big fan of like I guess like dark plug in general because of that?
Yeah, I guess so. It's just I don't really like dive into like I haven't fully dived into the to the sound yet. But like I'm a fan of what I've heard so far.
Yeah, because they do a lot of sound design with like the 808s on those.
I love it when the 808 goes crazy. Very interesting sound design on those 808s.
Yeah, that was one of those moments. Like I keep having like I've been having it with like Step Team recently, but it's like oh you can really just do like whatever you want musically. Like there's no rules.
There is literally no rules. Like I and a person that really perpetuates this to me is Edward Skeletrix. Edward Skeletrix made one of the craziest records of the year, and he has a song called "Wipe Them Tears." You mean emoji, dude? The way that 808 clips in the beginning is fucking crazy. I love music with no restriction. You can literally do anything you want as long as it sounds hard. People are gonna like it.
Hmm. I mean, I'm not like that big on Edward. Like from what I've heard, I don't know. It's just not clicking for me yet. But yeah, like I forget what the song name was called, but it's like I've interviewed before called Cartel. But it was like this like dark plug song, but you could tell like all the audio was like recorded like with him and his friends in the room, like far from the mic, and it sounded like
Yeah,
I don't know. It created this really weird like environment for this song, which I knew wasn't intentional, but it was just like created something like really special like off of that. So I think just like doing whatever is super cool.
yeah, exactly. I think it's really authentic, and that's why I like it. It's authentic. It's raw. It's himself, and that's like what I find so interesting. I like music where it's just people doing like just putting their personality on the table and being like, "This is the person I am. Listen to it or don't." Like that's like what I strive to do, and I think I accomplish it pretty well.
Hmm. Yeah, I think always just like working with what you've got. Like that's why I like lo-fi, like I guess like production so much. Like not like the like lo-fi beats, but like when they don't have like high quality equipment and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
like
because it
low
just feels
fidelity.
so much more like human.
Yeah, it feels authentic because they're making do with what they have, and that's like what matters the most to me. Like if you're not gonna like if because I have a bunch of people that in my life that are like, oh, I want to make music, but I don't have the equipment. Oh, I'm not good at it. Dog, I started on a laptop with Soundtrap. You can start with anything. You
But
can do
dude,
anything, man.
I started on Soundtrap too. Actually, that's crazy.
I stole one of the sound fonts from Soundtrap to make self-titled. This is one like road that I stole. I was like, this is crazy. I'm stealing this, and I used it. My favorite sound design ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Moving on. So in each interview, I have a segment where I play rock paper scissors with the guests that I have on, and I beat Orteas in the last episode. So I want to continue my streak. So I was wondering if we could play a pair of scissors. That's
We'll
2 out of 3.
we'll play. We'll play. Let's hope my camera don't fuck up.
Hopefully
Oh, my hair
not.
stopped.
Okay.
All right.
You just gotta close your eyes. It's a delay with the cameras.
Yeah.
And that's 2 out of 3.
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. So I'm up 1. I'm up 1. Okay.
Yep.
Rock,
Yep.
paper, scissors, shoot. We tied.
Ooh.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh.
Interesting. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's scary though. Okay. So whoever wins this next one, like that's it. That's it.
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No! Damn. All right. You know what?
Damn.
You won fair and square. I gotta respect it.
They call me rock, paper, scissors.
Dude, you got me feeling melancholic and blue right now. What the heck?
That's a bar.
Fucked up world, dude.
Good game, good game.
Yeah, so you ruined my streak. It's so over for me. I don't even try, dude.
They call me rock, paper, scissors.
They do. Many.
Dude.
You know, I think that was the alias I saw when I was researching. Actually,
Mr. Scissor. Wait, no, Mr. Rock.
Mr. Rock.
I'm not calling myself Mr. Rock.
Dude, there was like a. I don't know if you were ever into those like. I don't even know what you would call it, but there's like. I guess it's like a YCP and V, but like not really. But there was a channel called Mr. Rock that would like take like Wii music and then like put other songs over it with like. I don't know. You should remind me of that.
I remember some shit like that. Yeah, I remember some shit like that. I don't probably remember that specifically, but I remember that concept. And like, I used to do that. I used to put shit like I used to make Wii Sports trap beats and like put like fucking Soldier Boy over it. I was like the product of YouTube poop. I am the product of like brain rot like that. Like original brain rot is like where like listen, I understand Gen Z and Gen Alpha brain rot as a concept. But like, you gotta respect the elders when it comes to this brain rot shit, man.
Dude, they got Pingus. Like, come on.
They gotta respect the original shit to be like.
Yeah, actually, when you put it that way, yeah, like it really isn't that different. Like I feel like we were just as stupid, if not more, like with what we were growing up on. It just wasn't as like mainstream.
Yeah, we just had niche MLG brain rot, and then now that brain rot is like widely consumed by everybody on Earth, it's apparently a problem now. Like your kids were watching YouTube poop of Peppa and Peppa Pig. Like it's not that different from the Rizzler. Come on, let's be completely realistic here.
Well, the Rizzler's not brain rot though. That's like an icon.
That is an icon, Doug. I saw him fitted the fuck out in like Rick Owens, Saint Laurent, whatever the fuck he was wearing, in a genuine photo shoot. I'm pissed. He had more drip than me, and that's annoying. That makes me sad. I'm like offended. How the fuck they gonna let a 9-year-old have more drip than like half of the population of Earth?
No, bro, I love the Rizzler so much. I also like that like. It seems just very like genuine, I guess, and not like the parents are like forcing him to do stuff. Cause like I don't know if you've seen those reels where he'll just like be being a kid and the parents will like film it for like 10 seconds, like that's it. Like
yeah, he lives the most lush life. He is the coolest kid at school, and I respect the fuck out of that. That's my goat. The Rizzler is my goat.
Yeah, and he seems like normal too. Like I don't know if like
he's normal, but he's playing at the fucking Knicks. He's the goat.
Yeah,
that's my goat.
Because you have like Ryan Toy Review, and he's like, you can tell something's like wrong there.
Yeah, he's too old for that shit. He needs to stop.
Yeah, I think he's like turning like 13 soon. So like probably, I can't imagine he's gonna keep that up.
He's too old for this shit. He needs to stop.
Well, it's also never his like. I forgot. Isn't it like the Rizzler is like Big Justice's like cousin or something? Isn't that what it is?
I don't think they're related. But I mean, I think they're like they got to be related somehow.
Or they're like family friends or something. It's just like I forgot how he got involved. But
that whole thing is like brain rot that like I need to like sit down and really like I need to get to the bottom of. Listen, and new the Rizzler Big Justice concept album coming soon. Dead ass. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, that is that brain rot shit. I mean, I gotta appreciate it because I mean I came from the same type of brain rot.
yeah, it does make me kind of sad though, because like I feel like memes are like kind of dead now. Like
Yeah,
it's all just called brain rot now.
there's no meme. It's just brain rot. Yeah.
I don't know, like it makes me kind of sad because it just has this inherently like negative like stigma to it.
Connotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we should differentiate memes from brain rot all 2025.
Although I guess it's because like I guess because it's so infused with like everything now, which is part of it. So maybe that's why.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
yeah. It's very everything. Like everything is like because it's so mainstream now. Like everything's in mainstream media now, so it's like scary. Like you have like streamers chilling with like politicians, so it's like it's all this shit just culminating into one. It's not fun. I mean,
Yeah.
we were warned this was gonna happen, but this soon is crazy.
Yeah, I will say that one that I do like a lot. I feel like it's so stupid. Like I fuck with yogurt a lot.
Dude, I fuck with like the yogurt and like this shit so Kevin and Owen, dude. I was chilling with my friends and they were like, this shit's so Kevin, and we could not stop laughing. Like we were in the car talking like I also fuck with like there's these like new reels of like blue collar worker. Dude, I fuck with that heavy. My friends were in the car doing impressions of that shit. I was dying the
I
entire
don't think
time.
I know that one, but it's just like I feel like someone should have come up with like yogurt like way earlier than now.
Gert, yo, dog, that shit goes crazy. Such a good joke. So happy that it fucking it's used now.
Yeah, my friend sent me some video of like she probably had to be like 8, and he was like, "Guys, stop saying I look like Gert, and you look like Gert."
Yo, Gert.
Like the way you would picture Gert in your head was how the kid looked. Like I don't know how to explain it. But, so that's a good bit, but I feel like the rest of it can go.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. All of it can go just for that, except that one. That one's like the pinnacle of humor. Humor was birthed and then died with that.
Yeah. Moving on though. So
Mhm.
one of my favorite projects from you is your 2023 self-titled project,
Yeah.
because I think it sounds very like lush and ethereal, but also sounding very like empty at the same time, which I haven't really heard be like done before. And it's gonna be my 20th birthday soon. It will be by the time this is out. And one night while I was listening to the album, I decided to look through my entire camera roll, like start to finish, which I haven't done in a long time. And I was just flooded with a bunch of memories about times in my life that I hadn't thought about in years. It's crazy seeing how much I had like changed and grown without realizing it. I think we talked about that earlier. But my favorite song off that project is Into Sobriety. And you know, when you're sober on something, you're not doing it anymore. So, as given that song's title, what are things that you used to do a lot that you don't anymore?
Drugs. For one, just very bluntly, I used to do used to smoke, used to do stupid shit. Not anymore. Um, I don't really. This is gonna sound depressing. I don't really go out alone anymore. I go out with my friends a lot. I haven't gone out alone in a very long time. Like I haven't gone out for coffee with like genuinely just to treat myself. Like I'll go as like a necessity sometimes, but like I don't go out and treat myself as much as I should. I actually might do that tomorrow. That is a great idea.
You
But
should, you should.
I also don't really like I don't spend a lot of time online anymore. I mean, I'm online. I mean, I'm in like a pretty niche space, but I don't spend a lot of time, just like digesting everything from that space because it's like shit can get unhealthy, and that's like the least I want out of like music and stuff. Because like I used to be really like online. I used to be making music every day, labbing with people every day. I can't do that to myself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, yeah, no, there's a lot of things that I stopped doing, but probably for the better.
Yeah, no, that's definitely good. When you were saying like going out, I thought you were gonna say like going out at all at first. And I was like, oh, but I think it's kind of good that you're going out with other people. It's almost better than going out alone because that's usually what I do. I go out by myself because it's like I want to be able to do something like on my own time and I don't have to like wait on someone else. So if I have the urge, I'll just go do
Yeah.
it.
When you go out with the when you go out with the squad, it hits different. I go out with my little squadron, my brethren.
Mm-hmm.
We all go and then we'll travel real far and then we'll just be in the middle of fucking nowhere. Just like fuck, we're in the middle. We're in what the fuck? Like we're like one time we were like, what the fuck are we doing in Maine? I'm 3 states above where I live. Where am I? Where the fuck am I at? Like we always go to like the stupidest place. Like we were almost in Canada once. Shit was crazy. I I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be surprised if we end up going to Canada this or next year. It's gonna go. It's gonna be so ill.
Mm-hmm.
I just love going far away and just getting lost. It's my favorite.
Do you go camping a lot then?
We're gonna go camping this year, but I haven't camped much myself.
Mm-hmm.
We want to really badly though. It's just we got two different ideas of camping. Me and all my friends want to go camping in the traditional sense of, like, oh, it's just stay in a cabin, And then we got a friend of mine that wants to just do like outdoor boys, just like Alaska survival and just like no food,
Bro,
tent, two different types of camping.
I was thinking tent camping. That's more fun to me.
Tent camping, I think we're gonna compromise with tent camping, but like we need materials. We cannot like just fend for
Yeah,
ourselves in
no,
the woods
obviously
for
not.
like
But
a
just
night.
like bring a tent, bring a cooler, have all your stuff.
Exactly. That's like the method. Yeah, that's probably gonna be what we end up doing.
Yeah, I guess actually that's something I haven't done in a long time. So I was in Boy Scouts like growing up. So I used to have to go camping like every month. But I hated being in it. My parents were like, if you get your Eagle Scout, you can quit. So I got it like towards the end of my freshman year of high school. And I never went to another thing like ever again after that. And I don't think I've camped like since then either. It's kind of sad now I think about it. Because I like camping. I just hated doing it with my troop.
Yeah, I've never camped. I really want to though. Like I mean I did it like once and I kind of like it wasn't really camping for real, but like I mean it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I like going out to like just the middle of nowhere and like renting an Airbnb. Like that's like my like it's my fucking first world problem version of camping where I'll just go out in the middle of nowhere and just exist. I love that because like one time I got this Airbnb. It was like right across from like this really nice breakfast place. They gave me like hella pancakes and they were like, yeah, this is only $10. And I'm like, God, I wish that it was like this where I lived. Like, and then there was no sales tax on the pancakes. I was like, hell yeah, I'm just getting $10 pancakes for real.
Yeah, because you're from like Boston, right?
Yeah, I'm from Boston area, so everything's so expensive. It's so
Mm-hmm.
annoying. Like I went to go get myself a matcha in Boston, like in Cambridge, and I was like, it was like $12. I was like, what's going on here? $12 for a matcha? But like, I mean, everything's inflated, so the pay's inflated. So I mean, I'm not like, it's not like I'm dying. I'm like, this is just insane. This is fucking annoying.
Yeah, so I imagine like being like from like a big city like that. It's kind of freeing to be able to go like to the middle of nowhere and just like chill for a bit.
Oh, absolutely. I like doing that naturally. It's just, I mean, it gets me away from the noise. My friends that aren't from the city. I mean, I'm from the city, like from it, but I mean, I moved a little while ago, but like everybody that I'm with is not really from the city. So they're like, "Oh, let's go to the city." And I'm like, fine. And then we'll go and then I'll show them around. And then like I have another friend that's in college, so he'll show them around, It's like we're basically just like going to the city and chilling, or we're going up in the middle of nowhere and chilling.
Yeah, like I'm from Houston, like 20 minutes away from like downtown, and I do not like downtown Houston at all. It's like the worst place ever.
Yeah. I hear things about Houston. I have a couple of friends. I hear things about Texas. Texas is a very interesting place. I'm gonna be there next year for sure. So I'm doing a whole tour of just meeting up with pals and all that. So I'm gonna go to London, I'm gonna go to Houston.
Damn,
I'm hype.
that's gonna be sick.
I'm hype.
I would say that with Houston, I wonder what y'all are gonna do because like there's definitely stuff to do here, but like at least for me, like, me and my friends, we just go to parks and like just like go on walks and stuff. 'Cause we don't want to spend money.
Yeah, I mean it depends on like if because like I know that like some of my group don't got money and I mean some of us do. So it's like I mean, we're all like working and stuff. It just depends on like the time where we hang out. So it's like, oh, we'll go sit down at a restaurant. We'll go sit down somewhere. It's either like, listen, we're either eating ice soup or we're eating steaks. No in between with our group. It's just like, I mean, one time we went to Chili's. That was crazy. Chili's is crazy. It's like the perfect mid tier between like ice soup and like really good food. Like, man, I should go to Chili's, man. I'm thinking of all these things I should do. Sorry.
Oh, that reminded me also. This might be you texting, so I don't know. But do you know what do you know what Luby's is?
Not off the top of my head. What is that?
I was talking to my friend about this, but we both used to go there when we were little, and they would have like Jello there or something, and they had like an ice cream machine. And I haven't been there since I was like 7, probably. But that used to be like a little ritual me and my family would have when I was younger. I forgot why we would even go there. But that's like a thing I also used to do a lot that I don't anymore.
Me and my friends have a ritual, and it was a ritual me and my family used to do. And whenever we like went out to eat, we'd always hit this one spot. It's I think it's in Texas. It's called Fuddruckers.
Oh yes, yeah,
It's
yeah,
really,
yeah.
yo, that shit hit. Listen, all of ours closed down but one, so we have to like kind of travel to go there. And listen, it's worth it every time. I
No,
get
that
3
yeah.
grilled, bro. I don't play about that grilled cheese. That grilled cheese goes crazy. That shit, dude. I might DoorDash that shit. Oh, I want that.
No, that's always like my family's having like a family outing. That's always like the go-to like spot.
Yeah, it's a burger joint. It's got chicken. They got chicken nuggets. They got burgers, grilled cheese,
It's burger joint, but it's
good
like
fries.
good burger joint, not fast food. Yeah.
Exactly. High quality burger, pretty decent price, good milkshakes. They got a pumpkin milkshake during the fall. Shit hits.
I will say though, I had my like 17th birthday at Fuddruckers. Like I just had like lunch with my friends, and I got like deathly sick after. I don't know why, but for like a week I was like super fucked up after.
I've never gotten sick of a Fuddruckers, and I pray to God I don't, because that's food. It's like my life. I don't play about I don't play about two types of like two foods. I don't play about that Fuddruckers shit, and I don't play about. There's a very specific pizza joint out here called Regina Pizza. Shit is insane. I ascend every time I eat Regina Pizza. Like I don't play
Mm.
about those two places. Those two places are my goods. I love Boston is the greatest place for food ever. I'm so serious. Like if you ever find yourself in Boston, go to those places. And I mean, you already been the far. Go to Regina Pizza. Your life is gonna change. It's the best pizza.
No, I go to Massachusetts like every year because I have family up there. But they're in like a like. Do you know where Sharon is?
That's like way out. I think.
We drive like I think it's like an hour from Boston or something. But like my family's like out there, so that's where I go.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I've definitely been down. Yep. Okay, I've been down there.
Yeah, it's crazy because that town is like I think it takes like 15 minutes to drive across like the whole thing, and it's so crazy because like Houston is like that's like still in like my little suburb if you drive like 15 minutes. So
Yeah, I used to. What do you call it? I used to drive. Not even drive. I used to take public transportation down near there to go to Gillette Stadium to go. I did that recently to go see Kendrick Lamar. It was crazy. Public transportation is my best friend. I went down to. I'd either go there or I'd go to Mansfield. Mansfield had like friends of mine there, so like, but like, oh my god, down there feels so weird to me because it's like it's still dense, but it's the middle of nowhere, so it feels so scary to me near that area, like Gillette and all that.
I don't know. I like how like old everything feels over there. Like it feels very homey, which I like.
Yeah, it is very, very, very like, cozy. I like that a lot.
I can't. There's like an ice cream place that's in there too. That's really good, but I can't think of what it's called. But
Only ice cream
if
place
you're
that I've
ever over there, you have to
had.
try it.
I should, yeah. Let me know the name of that when you remember it. I know there's Richardson's. It's really good.
Wait, let me.
Richardson's
I'm
is
gonna,
like
okay, I need to look at this one
awesome.
now. Actually, wait. Massachusetts.
Shit, I forgot. I gotta get my fucking haircut.
Oh,
Fuck.
Crescent
Oh
Ridge.
god.
Crescent Ridge. That's what it was.
Oh, I've been there. I've
Really?
been there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Oh, I forgot. I gotta get my haircut soon. Fuck.
Oh, like time wise.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like me. I don't really care. I could probably look chopped for a little while longer.
No,
I don't want to anything.
I have two more like proper questions and like an outro question I ask everyone, so we can just get through those like kind of quickly if we need to. So
But
yeah, okay.
I mean, if you want to, I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. Moving on. So most people that I interview are hip hop artists. I've had the chance to do quite a few electronic based and ambient ones as well, such as Pastoria, Roadman, and BPIV. And a lot of them do make ambient stuff primarily. They have experimented with trying out faster and more aggressive kinds of music as well. I guess this question's kind of isn't true anymore because now I know more from what you've been saying. But like, I wish for your Melancholia Blues, so it's all like ambient, very like chill, down tempo stuff. So,
Mhm.
would you be interested in, I guess, like trying out more like harsher or like abrasive stuff like with your music in the future, like for your main project, or is that only like a side project kind of thing?
I have an album that I'm currently developing that I'm not saying much about because I really want it to be good. Because I had, like I told you about one of my biggest poems, I spent too much time, or I
Mm-hmm.
spent too little time on an idea. It has the nastiest fucking break beats, the nastiest beats, like grimy ass beats, and like acapellas over the beats. I'll tell you that I did a little like acapella cover, not cover, a little acapella like remix of TikTok by Kesha on that shit. Dog, it's like a total change in sound, but it's also traditionally like that sound design Melancholia Blue that people really like. But like
Mm-hmm.
it's like nasty shit. Like it's gonna be over an hour long when it's done. I am so excited for that shit, but I can't say much about it.
Well, that's gonna be crazy because that's so unlike just like anything else that you've been doing up to that point. So,
I've realized that my name, I used to think of my name as a brand, and I used to think of like I wasn't connected to the name, but I really am connected. Like I am, that is me. So like if I want to make something, I'm gonna put it out under there. Like I literally made an album that I'm planning on putting. Like I got put on Bandcamp, but I don't think I'll put it anywhere else. It's literally just me sitting in a McDonald's for an hour, just with little synths in the background. That's all it is. It's I love freedom, free will.
I mean, that's the whole point of art. Just do whatever. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I feel like especially because you play guitar, like you can do so much like with just guitar. Like I feel like
Guitar, yeah,
because like you've been doing some
bass.
pretty stuff, but you could go like aggressive with it, like if you wanted to, but just change some of the effects around.
I also make like indie rock and shit. Like there's a lot more that like I just don't show that because like I mean Melancholia Blue is my main shit, and I really like to like push a letter forward, like push an idea forward. If I was able to conceptualize like an indie rock record that impacted me as much as like let's say self titled did or album mate did
Mm-hmm.
or Funny People did, I would totally be working on it. But with that comes time.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm excited for that project then, when that comes out. Um,
Mm,
and I guess speaking of which, so I saw the interview that you did on Instagram last year. You said that you want to expand your platform, hopefully be a bigger artist soon, especially due to how
mm.
consistent you are. Although I know we've been talking about it, and you kind of want to like pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
Just when it comes to releasing music, but it's been almost a year since you've done that interview. So how do you think you've gone about achieving those goals? And I guess just in general, like, what do you think is next for you going forward?
I definitely collabed with that person I said I was going to collab with, Seven. I collabed with them a bunch. What do you call it? I mean, I still just make shit. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I expanded my platform pretty well. I mean, I got into more connects with people. I got more into like I got signed, so like things like that. Definitely not as I know. Actually, I'm happy I stayed consistent, like in size. I didn't plateau or I didn't decline, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with that. But more people know my name now, so it's like people are out there. My current goal is to just make the best art possible. Like I just want to make art. I don't care like if it like I used to be so caught up in the way people perceived me and the way that like people perceived publicly what I was. I just don't care anymore. I really want to just make the shit that I think is good. Like I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna show you like a break like a beat that I made with Kesha over it. You could think it's good, you could think it's bad. It doesn't matter, you know that
Mm-hmm.
type of thing.
Yeah. Plus, I guess like a listener, like you already have the stuff that they do like, so it's like you're free to do whatever. 'Cause it's not like that music's going anywhere.
Exactly. I mean, my earlier shit is my most marketable shit. So it's like, I mean, I'm already there with like marketing and stuff and like a presence. So like, if I could just experiment and I could do whatever and hope something sticks, you know.
Yeah. I guess I don't know how it would work. Like, would you ever want to do like a show at some point in the future?
I've done shows. It's just improv sets. I don't. It's
Okay.
like I wanted to make an album out of all the improv sets that I've done, but I lose all those shits to time. It's annoying. Next time I do an improv set, I'm recording that shit and I'm putting it up on Bandcamp. Those
Mm-hmm.
shits get like 2 hours long. It gets crazy.
Yeah. But excited to see what you do in the future,
Mm-hmm.
especially because, like you were saying, you're gonna switch up your sound so much. So I guess interesting how that'd be like received also, because like I'm sure people probably will like it because they like your music already. I feel like if anything, like that'd be a good move to do because people would be interested that you'd be switching it up.
Yeah, people are gonna be. I hope people like it.
Yeah. And as the episode comes to a close, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Caperflower, Igorot Key. New York Fall 1977 Heaven Souls, that album fucking crazy. Sticker Bush with the Mundane album. 7xGB Pitch just dropped an album today, Untitles. I want to give a shout out to sorry, I have a not a big list, but I just Caperflower. Those people, like, if I didn't get into that shit early on, I genuinely think that shit would be so much different. I wouldn't be as open to like experimentation and creating shit. A big old shout out to Ackberry, Julia Undercover, with like a movie that's coming out in like less than a month. A movie. Somebody made a movie. That's crazy. An entire movie. It's crazy. Those are just shout out my friends. Love my friends so much.
Yeah, so is that your conclusive list?
Shout out you too. Shout out for taking the youth for taking the chance on me and doing the interview.
No, of course, dude. Yeah. Well, shout out all those people, and shout out Melancholia Blue. Thank you so much for doing this. I had a lot of fun. We got to talk about yogurt, so obviously gonna be a great interview. But also love diving into your music because it's been a minute since I've really done a proper like ambient like artist for this. That was really cool. Just getting to listen to some new stuff for this. But all those links will be in the description down below. So if you were like me and was not familiar with who he was prior to this, then please go check him out. I'll also have 3 of my favorite songs of his in the Hidden Driveway playlist around Spotify and SoundCloud. I don't know if those playlists really get any motion at all, so you won't be getting any playlisting boost from that probably. But they'll be in there. Go check them out. And yeah, is there anything else that you want to say?
Much love. Much love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right. Well, I'm Amu. This has been the Hidden Driveway Show. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.